And welcome everybody to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations. Bring the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake and I'm a real-world flight dispatcher aiming to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today we are going to get down in the nitty-gritty winter storm that is kicking up right now. We're going to fly from Minneapolis over to Chicago Midway and then back. Both airports are currently low IFR. So it should make for a good time. We'll be flying on VATSIM. Do a little de-icing, a little bit of all the wintry funness. So that is the plan for today. As always, huge shout out to all the channel members. And that is Callie Simmer, Marco Image Seeker, Kyle Lewis, Captain Nate, AJJ, D-Champ, Captain Johnny Bravo, Zippy, Zapple, Wes on Wheels, AJ Finari, Micah Messer, Dustin, Josh Sioux Falls, Acker Gorlami, Owls, Liam, Palco, Mixesh, Chinyi, that's a tough one, I can't say it, William Thomas, Chase, Skyfall, and Rob MC. Huge shout out to all the channel members. Thank y'all so much for the continued support. A lot of those are also gifted memberships from Callie Simmer on the last stream, so huge shout out to her. Thank you so much for doing that. As always, super nice of you. Over to the chat, we got Captain Nate in the house. What's up, dude? Great to see you, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there on the west side of the country. Zapple's in the house. What's up, dude? Great to see you. Great to see you. Gonna be land of the Bears. That's right. Image Seeker. Good afternoon to you as well. Welcome. Callie's in the house. Hey. Happy Saturday. I took off out of snowy Minneapolis about an hour and a half ago, headed to Vancouver. Very nice. Did you do any de-icing? I'm about to call the FAA on you. We grounded the Eagles. There you go. Let's see. Notorious. What's going on, my friend? Greetings, Rockside. Happy Saturday, boss. Well, happy Saturday to you as well. Super stoked to get to sit here and stream with you guys. And my man Wes is in the house as well. Great to see you, dude. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Should be an action-ish packed flight, and I'm looking forward to it. I was pondering on doing some A340 flying. I still have not flown that airplane yet. But when I saw what the weather was like, I was like, we got to go into Midway. So, as we all know, same old shit, different day, batteries, a little bit of ground power, crew supply, ground control, CBR test. Get that down to the captain side. Headers 1, 2, and 3. Nav logo's already on. Got that no smoking and on the emergency exit lights. Get some heat going. Go up to the EFA side. Flight directors are on. Constraints, VR is already on. And the same on the captain side. Make sure that's good to go. Make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Looks good. Coming on down. Import that. Mass and balance. And let's start getting that aircraft fueled and loaded. Get that out of here. Also just going to turn on some stuff that I like. Why that? Yeah, don't do that. Cool. Alright, alright, alright. Delta Tango! What's up, my friend? Great to see you. Hit that like for you on my way, but I appreciate it, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Hope the sim is not giving you any problems. One day I will be a fellow Scholarchy owner. One day. Have to check my settings because I didn't see any ice, snow build. Nah, I don't think Phoenix does that yet. But I do believe that's coming. But nonetheless, with the wintry precip, you definitely want to do a little de-icing. So I'm going to initialize the flight on the captain side, and then we're going to discuss the flight plan today, because it's a little bit more involved than a VFR kind of day. So we'll do our flight init. While it's doing that, go to weather request, and we're going to do Minneapolis, which we probably won't use much of. Duluth, and we'll talk about why we're getting Duluth here shortly. Oh, and then I need one more. And then Midway. Shoot that off. Cool. Received messages. All of them will start popping up there. And then on my side, we're still aligning. And we'll start with data. IRS monitor, 5 minutes until we are aligned. And then a GPS monitor. Now, I do this a lot here on the stream. And I do it off stream as well. And last night, I think it was, I was flying Seattle to Salt Lake. But on the OFP, I'd accidentally put Salt Lake to Seattle. And the way that I caught that and figured out that I made a mistake was on the paperwork, we've got an airport reference point, which is obviously where the airport is at in lat long. And so when I compared the lat long on the OFP to the lat long that the airplane was showing, I realized they didn't match or weren't anywhere close. So that cued me to go look at the city pair on the release, and sure enough, I had entered the city pair opposite from what I was flying. So it's always a good thing to check to make sure that you're where you're supposed to be. All right, so we got GPS position of north 4452, 4452, and then west 9312, west 9313. Cool. And then AC status, make sure nav database is current. It did just update, I believe, yesterday or maybe the day before. So yeah, 27th of November, and it's effective until the 24th of December. So we're good on there. We are flying on BAT Sims, so we want to make sure we've got a good navigation database. All right, we are Delta Airlines 2823, flying a spicy CI-99, because we'll take a little bit longer to get off the ground due to de-icing. Our cruising altitude is going to be 37,000 feet. Temperature up there is minus 57. Ground temp here on the ECAM showing -5. Tropopause is 33,300 feet. Over on the flight plan, Minneapolis departure, current ATIS for VATSIM. Winds are 040 at 12, gusting 21, 3/4 mile. Off runway 30 left, RVRs are 5,000, varying to 6,000 feet. Light snow, mist, vertical visibility 1,700 feet. Temperatures -5, dew point -7, altimeter 3017. Go ahead and set that, 3017. Simultaneous dependent ILS, runway 12 left approach in use. So it doesn't say what they're departing off of. Oh, never mind, I got a departure ATIS now. Cool. Info Papa, same weather, departing runway 17. Sweet. Alright, so 17's in there. On the Rochester 1. Actually, I think I have a clearance. Yeah, I got a clearance now. Cleared RC1, departure climb via SID, except maintain 7,000. 3700 minutes of departure. Departure frequencies 3547. I know I can't see what I'm doing. I'm basically putting it in the VHF3 standby, so I can always have it to reference. There we go. Our squawk, where's it at? 2445. Cool. All right. So Rochester 1, Rochester, insert that. And then midway, arrival should be 13 left. On the Indy 8. And then oh my transition. Approach vias, I'm gonna kick out that approach via. Well, I want that when cleared by ATC. Insert. Look for some discons, see what we got. So it is an area departure. Farmington is our first fix. Foba, Dr. Cordy, it's Rochester. Then from there we break off to Oma. From Oma, I got a bunch of fixes. Ugly, Jensen, Agony, Farce, Chump, Hedoc, Purdy, Ocho, Cooks, Jills, Timra, Indy, Stinky, and from there Gorlick, and then onto the approach. Cool. So all that looks fantastic. All right, secondary, I'm going to copy the active, then back to init. Now, being that we are in IFR conditions here in Minneapolis, if we came back to runway 17, it's a localizer approach, so I know that's going to be crap. We could come back to, what are they currently landing on again? 1-2 left, potentially. Let's approach 1-2 left. So the viz on 1-2 left is half mile. Weather's currently 3/4 of a mile. That's cutting it a little bit close. So we planned Duluth as our takeoff alternate. I don't know where it shows it on this OFP format. But anyways, we do have Duluth as a takeoff alternate. So in the event that we have an engine failure, we probably don't really want to land low IFR in like on contaminated runway with a single engine. Duluth's weather is pretty, so Duluth would be our engine fail departure or takeoff alternate. So with that, do Minneapolis KDLH, drop that up in the top. Secondary departure off of 17. We'll tell it no SID. Then secondary flight plan Duluth, arrival ILS 9, no star, no via, perf, next, and next. And this is why I went ahead and put in for Duluth weather. Oh shit, they got light snow as well. Yeesh. 090 at 7. Temperatures -7. Altimeter 3030. Now, in the event that we do lose an engine, we can always set up a hold and kind of weigh out the options. Look at current weather in Minneapolis, and if the viz is something we're comfortable with, we can come back to Minneapolis. If it's cutting it close, obviously it's not great to do a single engine go around. It's introducing more threats. So we could go to Duluth if needed, or anywhere else. It just has to be within 1 hour. I'm trying to remember what the regulation says. But basically within 1 hour in still air, something like that. That's the only thing. So like at Spirit, for our fleet, that's 345 nautical miles. So we just have to have a takeoff alternate within 345 nautical miles. That's legal. So Barrowman's out there, 1628. And there we go. RadNav, won't worry with. Get our winds. We'll go ahead and start firing up that APU. It should be not too terribly far from finished boarding. Back over to init. Looking at the prelim load sheet. Plan 0 fuel, it's 123.8. We'll do a standard CG of 30. On our OFP, taxi fuel is only 400. That's a miss on my end. We would definitely need more than 500 pounds of fuel for de-icing. But we've got 10 minutes of extra, which is about another 1,000 pounds. 45-minute reserve. Our alternate burn is 3,500. And our destination alternate is Detroit. Although weather could deteriorate there, and if so, we can extend it out to Cleveland or something like that. Checking our fuel planning in the box. OFP says we need 16.6. We need to see less than that, and it shows 11.5. Perfect, and that's because the reason why we have 16.6 is we have quite a bit of contingency fuel on top of our basic extra fuel. So we'll drop that in. Perf. Go ahead and throw some numbers in for the landing. Coming back over to the captain's side. Pulling up our weather over there. Current weather in Midway, winds 140 at 8 knots, half statute mile, off runway 4 right. RVR is 2600. Moderate snow, freezing fog, vertical visibility of 800 feet, temperatures -2, dew point -4, altimeter 3023. Remarks: snow increased. Yeah, so it's only a negative trend, which will make it fun for the stream. Then altimeter 3023. Barrow Men's on 13 left, which is what they are currently landing. On the ATIS, it's 861. And so here's what's fun. Visibility, minimum visibility on this approach is 3/4 of a mile, and it's currently half a mile. So we wouldn't even be able to attempt the approach unless RVRs are showing different. But, so you thought you had decorations in your cockpit there for a sec? Yeah, it's the top of the screen. My man CFI, what is up, dude? Great to see you. How's life? All right. So let's just recap our clearance real quick. So our route is Minneapolis, Rochester 1, Rochester, oh my, the Indy 8, Midway, which is what we have in the box. Up to 37,000 feet, squawking 2445. Cleared, Rochester 1, departure Columbia SID, except maintain 7,000. That's set in the FCU. Expect 37010 minutes after departure. Frequency is 3547. And contact 3547 for push. Coolio. $3015 now. He's got 3016. So we'll go with that. Now Viz is up to 1 mile. So if it stayed that way and we lost an engine, I would feel comfortable shooting the approach, being that we have over half of men's. Oh, what the hell? Stand by, amigos. Why did that? There we go. Seatbelt signs on. All right, quick little departure brief. So we're down here at the terminal, departing off runway 17. So we have to make our way down towards 17. We're going to be a 2-engine taxi due to the contaminated surface, and we'll de-ice at the 17 de-ice pad. Got one hot spot at the intersection of Alpha and 422 and 12 right, 30 left. So we'll exercise extreme caution if we end up taxiing through there. Also got hotspot 3 if we go that way. I don't know if they're gonna have us cross immediately or whatnot, but yeah, we'll use a little bit of caution, not too much. You know, we got to save some for other areas of the flight. But yeah, so depart off runway 17, below 80 knots. Be my decision to reject Complete stops, set the parking brake, call the flight center stations, analyze the situation, call for any ECAM actions or the emergency evacuation checklist as required. Also be on the radios and advise ATC of the abort. Let them know our intentions. If we are going to evacuate the aircraft, we'll set the flaps to full so folks can slide down the engines or down the wings. Above 80 knots high speed regime, only going to abort for fire of any kind, engine fail, low level wind shear, or anything that makes us feel like the aircraft's unsafe for takeoff. At V1, we're going to go flying. If we pop an engine and we can't make it back in here, we're going to go to Duluth. We'll speed up, clean up, all that good stuff, and sort out the problem. And then go say hello to the nice folks in Duluth, Minnesota. All goes as planned. We'll fly the Rochester 1 up to 7,000 feet. Squawking 2445, and departure is 3547. Before I continue, it is definitely wet. And ice. We'll do engine and wing packs on. And we'll shoot that over. Engine out, accelerations 2340, thrust reduction, and acceleration climb 2340. Sounds good. Alright. Let's get our CG. So 23.8 on the zero fuel weight, which is already in. And then, hell yeah, zero fuel weight, CG is 30.0, so that's already good to go. Takeoff numbers are in. Sweet. Accept that. Now 3015 with Quebec. All right. Make sure we still got audio set on VATSIM.
Delta 1878, descending via the Boeing for arrival with information board.
Delta 7, correction, Delta 1878, Minneapolis approach, good morning. Good afternoon. You are radar contact 45 miles south of Minneapolis Airport. Descend via the Bloom for arrival. Runway 12 right transition. You can expect the ILS. Runway 12 right.
Continue descending via the Bloom for arrival, expecting ILS 12 right, Delta 1878.
Minneapolis approach, good afternoon, Delta 6283 Heavy 318, descending via the Muscle 3. We're just east of Germain with Gulf.
Thank you for that, Nate. The sim sounds were actually all the way down, so appreciate that. That makes for an awkward first 30 minutes of the stream. Vaughn, how's it going, my friend? Welcome to see you. Great to see you.
121 Juliet, we are ready for taxi. Skywest 121 Juliet, runway 12 left, taxi via Papa, cross runway 4 Papa. 12 left via Papa, cross runway 22 at Papa, Skywest 121 Juliet. And Delta 2105 is ready to taxi with Papa. Delta 2105, runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 4 Alpha. Alpha, cross forward, Alpha, 12 right, Delta 2105.
Minneapolis approach, Delta 2823 at Gate Golf 14, information, Quebec, ready for push and start.
Last aircraft calling, can you use clock mode Charlie for me?
Should say it's now Delta 2823.
Delta 2823, push on Bravo, approved, expect runway 12 right.
Push on Bravo approved and expect 12 right, Delta 2823.
Delta 2122, leave my airspace center, Delta line, reset, Mr. Mercury, steering clear, go.
Alright. Copy prep, maintenance log details, onboard and check. Gear pins covers are removed, seatbelt signs are on. 8 ears are nav. Altimeter is 3015 is set. And EFB is checked. 4-star checklist, windows, doors, and slides, closed and armed. Beacons on, thrust levers idle, and transponder is on. It's supposed to be an auto, but they can't, like for whatever reason, auto doesn't work with VATSIM. They won't see it. But 4-star checklist is complete. Alright, so 1-2 right. Flight plan, Minneapolis, departure. 1-2 right. Rochester 1. Insert. Yep. Insert that. Perf. And let's get numbers. 412 right. Calculate. Send. Perfect. Confirm it. It's good. And I'm gonna go nose to the left.
Charlie Delta, I'll take cross Gopher at 3000. Cross Gopher 3000. Charlie Delta, I'll take.
Alright, brakes released, clear to push, tail to the southeast.
Papa at 4. Papa at 4, Sky 41, or 121 Julie.
And rolling 1. Yeah, I don't know why the sim sounds were turned all the way down.
And Delta 2105 is ready to go, 1-2 right. Delta 2105 heavy, wind 04010, fly, runway heading, runway 12 right, clear for takeoff. Runway heading 12 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2105. Skyhouse 121 Juliet, wind 04010, fly, heading 090, runway 12 left, clear for takeoff. 090,
Alright, good start on 1, roll number 2.
121 Juliet. Charlie Golf Golf Tango Mike, you are 7 miles from Gopher, cross, set and maintain 3000, sorry, depart Gopher at 3000, runway 1, cleared ILS, runway 14 approach. Alright, no worries, we'll maintain 3000 and clear the ILS 14 approach via Gopher, Charlie Golf Golf Tango Mike. Sorry, tripping over my words today. I do it every day.
Alright, where is... Alright. Brake set, clear off headset, clear disconnect, look for the pin on the left side.
And Delta 20. Last aircraft calling, you kind of broke up there. Yeah, Delta 2105 aborting.
Uh-oh.
Delta 2105, exit left, and same tension. Alright, left and We're going to go back to the gate for a sec, Delta 2105.
Delta
2105. Taxi to Alpha. The Alpha gate, Delta 2105.
Where the hell is Encourage FCOM FOM? Just gonna pull up our holdover tables. I think they moved them. Alright, got the pin on the right side of the airplane. We'll flash the light.
121
Let them know we got it.
altitude. Passing 2,620. Got us 121 Juliet, radar contact, turn left heading 020, climb maintain 17,000. Left 020, 17,000.
Alright, after start checklist, anti-ice is on. Yellow pump off, and rotor trim is 0. After start checklist.
Delta 1567, the Alpha approach. Good morning. Push on to Delta is approved. Expect runway 12 right.
Push on Delta 12 right, Delta 1567.
Apple's approach Delta 2823, ready taxi. Would like to go to the 12 right pad for a little de-ice.
Delta 2823, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 4 Alpha, and just give way to the heavy Delta off of your left wing. Go behind him.
Alright, we'll taxi via Alpha and then cross 4 at Alpha, and we'll follow the heavy company traffic, Delta 2823.
That's 121 Juliet, just confirm heading was 020. Okay, West 121 Juliet, affirm.
Look at that sexy bitch.
Delta 1878, flight person heading to maintain 4,000.
Alright, brakes released, brake check, pressure 0.
4,000, Delta 1828.
Set approach Delta 2105. Any chance we can go back to 12 right and try it again? Delta 2105, continue taxi. Feet to via Alpha, cross runway 4 at Alpha. Alright, 12 right, cross 4 right at Alpha, Delta 2105.
I think it should have gave me Bravo, because you enter the pad at Bravo. The biggie.
Charlie Golf South Tango Make, St. Paul altimeter 3018. 3018, Charlie Golf South Tango Make.
So, to me it looks like
Charlie Golf Tango Make, current winds
you would
reported
come down
040
Bravo,
at 9er,
turn
gust
left
20.
into the pad, and then turn right out of the pad to make it over to 12 right. This is going to have it backwards. I'm going to turn in to the right and then have to make a loop, but it's no biggie. No biggie at all. Got a 3-minute warm up.
Naples approach Delta 1567, rotor with taxi, looking back.
Delta 1567, runway 12 right, taxi via Delta, hold short Alpha.
This will be a Delta short Alpha, Delta 1567.
You got a table? Okay. See if I can. I hate holdover tables. You can do it on iPads now, but my iPad's in my backpack. My company one.
Delta 1878, turn right heading is 030.
Turn right heading 020, Delta 1878.
Delta 2105, heavy Wind 040 at 10, fly runway heading, runway 12 right, clear for takeoff. Runway heading 12 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2105 ready. Skyless 121 Juliet, clearly my airspace center is offline, rear services terminate, for speed changing boost along. Already Unicab, Skyless 140 Juliet. Charlie Golf Golf Tango Mike, wind 040 at 9er, gust 18, runway 14 clear to land.
Alright, let's see.
Sorry, this thing is waking out with the new update. I'm going to have to log off here. Sorry about that. Charlie Golf Golf Tango Mike, no problem. Thanks for flying us. Yeah, we'll see you later. Delta 1878, you are 8 miles from Zesty, turn right heading 090, maintain 4,000 till established on a localizer, cleared ILS, runway 12 right approach.
Direction 090, and maintain 4,000 till established, clear ILS runway 12 right approach, Delta 1878.
Alright, so we are checking out the holdover tables that Nate sent over.
And Delta 2105 is boarding again. We're going to go back to the gate. Delta 2105, you can exit left and taxi via Alpha. Alright, left, Alpha to via Delta 2105. Delta 1567, I'll have people in here in just a second. Roger.
Function for no visibility. Alright, let's see. So current. Where did you go? Pilot. Alright, departure ATIS, 3/4 mile. Light snow.
Delta 1567, continue taxi Delta Alpha, customer 4 Alpha.
Delta Alpha, class 4, Delta 1567.
Temperatures -4. Degrees Celsius and below.
Intentional aircraft, but we get there in about 5-ish minutes.
Alright, so this is like a general. Let's see, where is frost, snow mixed, freezing fog.
Delta 1878, wind 040 at 10.
Alright, so this is definitely type 1 kind of conditions.
Right, Delta
1878, last report.
Kentra, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Outside temperature, freezing fog, freezing mist, or ice crystals, snow. There we go. -3 and above. It's light, so 8 to 14 minute holdover time. Type 1. Cool, so we're going to shoot type 1. And let's see if hopefully GSX will work right.
67, fly runway heading, wind 040 at 10, runway 12 right cleared for takeoff, traffic on about 7 miles per hour.
Number heading runway 12 right for takeoff, Delta 1567.
Delta 1878, wind 040 at 10, runway 12 right cleared to land, traffic will depart prior to your arrival.
I think that's going to be over to my left.
Good for runway 12 right, Delta 1878, we'll look for traffic.
Yeah. So we'll head over here real quick. Staying in the pad so he can't yell at me.
Delta 2683 heavy, fly further heading to maintain 4,000.
From that for Delta 6283 heavy.
Delta 6283 heavy, 8 firm. Sorry if I misspoke.
Yep, no problem. Just want to confirm. Present heading down to 4,000. Delta 6283.
Brake set. Taxi lights off. request de-ice. There we go. All right. De-ice is coming out, and like I said, holdover time is there we go, 8 to 14 minutes. So we'll start the timer at the start of the final application. In this case, we're just going to do de-ice and
Delta 1567, the altitude.
2000.
Delta 1567, radar contact, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 17,000.
17,000, right 160, Delta 1567.
is this we're just going to do a de-ice, no anti-ice. Real world, obviously we do some anti-ice. But this dude said he's closing up in 5 minutes. I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here. Alright, so they're starting. There's chrono. And let's get those packs off.
Delta 1567, proceed direct doctor.
Direct doctor, Delta 1567.
Delta 6283, turn right heading 030.
Right 030, Delta 6283 Heavy.
Now this is one spot that I currently feel like FS Labs has over Phoenix, because it will show the snow build up on the wings. It'll show the ice fluid kind of lingering on the surfaces of the wings, but that's about it. Alright, cool. Alright, so real quick, mini brief departing off runway 12 right on the Rochester 1. First fix is going to be Farmington up to 7,000 feet. Gross weight's 139.8. Flaps config 1 plus F. Fuel 16.1. V1's 112. V2's 133. Flight controls check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left.
5 miles from Vesti, turn right.
Full right.
0990.
Neutral. Rudder.
Maintain
Full left.
Localizer cleared
Full
out.
right.
Runway 12 right
Neutral.
approach.
Flight controls check is complete.
The ILS 12 left approach, Delta 6283 Heavy.
Alright, tax checklist, gross weight comparisons complete. Pitch trim 28.2%. CG set V1 V2 flex is 112, 128, 133. Flex 56. Flaps config 1 plus F. Flight controls are checked. Kmmo takeoff all green. Echem status is checked. PWS is on auto. TCAS code set TRA. Cabin crew is advised, and mini brief is complete. Minneapolis approach, Delta 2823. We are finished with our de-ice and ready to proceed to runway 12 right.
Delta 2823, runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha.
12 right via Alpha, Delta 2823. Alright, so if we're going off 8 minutes, we've got less than 5 minutes to get off the ground.
Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved, so long.
Clear on the left, clear on the right.
What are you going to Delta 1567 seal?
Okay.
Alright, runway heading is 121. So we'll get off the runway, it'll give us runway track, and then we'll turn to heading on 121. Or go into heading mode, rather. But he'll probably give us something closer into the direction of Farmington, if I had to guess.
Delta 6283, wind 04010, runway 12 right, clear to land traffic, and made a power 5 to arrival.
Okay, 12 right, clear to land, Delta 6283 heavy.
Delta 6283, altimeter now 3014.
3014, Delta 6283.
Delta 2823, altimeter 3014 now.
3014, Delta 2823. Alright, line check, let's take off
Delta
runway.
2823, you're ready to go.
Ready.
Delta 2823, fly runway heading. Wind 04010, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff. Traffic on about 5 mile final.
Runway heading, and clip takeoff runway 12 right, Delta 2823. Let's roll. Line checklist, runway 12 right's confirmed. Inside, outside, it will be full length. Fuel min required is 15.2. We got 16 on board. Engine mode selector. Let's go to ignition, and bleed packs are set. Let's ride. Man flex SRS runway auto thrust blue. Head notch thrust set 100. B1 and road titty. Lot of rudder. Pause rates. Gear up. Runway track. .400. Heading select.
Down to 2823, Delta.
I'm in 2,300 or 7,000.
Delta 2823, radar contact. Turn right, heading 160, climb maintain 17,000.
160 and 17,000, Delta 2823.
Delta 2823, have the menu flight plan started notice for highest I can give you is 310, flight level 310.
310 is fine.
You can expect that.
Expect flight level 310, Delta 2823. Climb and heading.
Delta 2823, proceed direct doctor.
Direct doctor, Delta 2023. Doctor. Looks good. And insert. Nav. Autopilot 2. Like we broke out, but you almost can't even tell that we did break out. Alright, so 31,000, we'll drop that in. Negative. Alright folks, we are on the way.
Delta 6283, off the ambulance, exit left. Back to the Alpha.
Okay, left by Alpha, Delta 6283 heavy, and we broke out just above that.
Thank you. And additional aircraft, unfortunately, I'd love to do this all afternoon, but I've got other things that are kind of to do. So, approach is down slow. Monitor appropriate Unicom and TPR frequency. So long, everyone.
See it.
For you, Portal.
Alright, that's not what I wanted. Alright, current weather in Midway is not any better. 140 at 7, half statute mile, moderate snow, freezing fog, vertical viz 700, temperature -2, dew point -3, altimeter 3018, snow increase quarter inch. That's a good time. We may not get in, guys. We might not actually get in. If that persists. Alright, 10,000. Go through our top out flow for the first time. At 7 -2 -8. Pressure's dropping fast. Time to dig in the old charts and see if we've got anything better than a standard Cat 1, but I doubt we do, being that it's Midway, right? Like they're surrounded by obstacles. Oh yeah? Okay. Let's see what we got. Midway. Nope, same old shit. Just a standard Cat 1. No, it's not, hell, it's not even standard. It's standard would be 200 and a half, and this is 250 and 3/4. So it's extra not looking good. Right, need a mile. Yeah. Well, this might get interesting, guys. Might get interesting. Alright, 31 blue. Thrust climb, up and climb. Chicago Center coming up, 34,875. There's transition. Standard all the way around. My man, Chemtrails coming in hot with the membership. Welcome to the wrong side cattle class. Soon it won't be the cattle class. It's, you know, I'll be stepping my way up to a fancy new job. But for now, it's still the cattle class. So get your ass in the back. Enjoy your water, but you got to pay for it, and anything else that you want. And very happy to have you. But howdy, great to see you. How's your Saturday going? About to be probably holding for Midway. Viz is currently at a half a mile, and we need 3/4 of a mile to initiate the approach. Hey, there you go. I was gonna try to fly this on a pilot's life, do like one of those ad hoc, like flight tickets or whatever. But I guess mainline doesn't fly this route. It's all SkyWest. But next on my schedule is Salt Lake to Sacramento, Sacramento, LA. Can't remember what's after that. But the weather's not nearly as interesting on that as it is flying in Chicago. So I figured, you know what? Let's do something fun and interesting. Let's get into the nasty. Cool, so Chicago has ground and approach. Let's see what other traffic inbound's doing. So here, he departed over here. Alright, we got one guy going to Midway. I'll see what he does. I don't trust it though that most people would like go around and or hold, but we'll see what this guy does. Allegiance 1519. I guess in the meantime, I'll go ahead and plan the flight back. Going back to Minneapolis. Weather's not great, but it's definitely better than going to Chicago. So I'm going to take a little bit of this extra fuel off. Shouldn't really need it. 25 minutes plus Fargo. If it gets bad, shoot a Cat 3. Call it a day. Hour flight, and it wants me at 38. Not doing it. And then we'll have Detroit as our takeoff alternate. Interesting. So this looks kind of like a bad TAF at 20Z. So right now it's supposed to be overcast 4,000 with visibility greater than 6 statute miles. Then at 20Z, supposed to get some light snow, overcast 2,500, still 6 miles of viz. But as you can tell, it's already 2.5 miles of light snow. So I think the snow got there a little bit faster than they thought it was going to. So I don't super trust this TAF. But we'll leave it for now. Can change later if need be. Hour airtime, nice and quick. Seatbelt sign off, let them walk around a little bit. Top of drop is already less than 80 miles. Alright, so quick little arrival brief. We're coming in on the, what's this thing called? The Indy 8 arrival from Oman. Got a bunch of cross constraints pretty much all the way down, which are all in the box. 250 knots at Indy. Bottom altitude 6,000 feet. I'm going to try the ILS runway 13 left. Frequency is 109.9. Final approach course 138. Intercept the glide slope at hit high top 2,000 feet. Decision altitude is 861. Touchdown zone elevation is 611. If we go miss, we'll climb 1100, climbing right turn to 2300 on a heading of 220 and inbound on the EON VOR radial 001 until crossing Aggesi. Intercept DME 20 miles EON, then climb to 2600 to EON VOR and hold. Transition levels 18,000 feet, 30-degree glide slope, pretty standard stuff. For 13 left, we've got Grove runway, high intensity runway lights, centerline lights, approach lights, PAPI on the right, the corresponding 30-degree glide slope or glide path. RVR is reporting 5,100 or 5,200 feet roughly from the glide slopes, 150 feet wide. We're on 13 left. It's going to be a left-hand turnoff. Hopefully jump off by Kilo, might be all the way down at the end, and then pretty much straight into the ramp. As far as threats go, obviously weather is the big threat right now. Hasn't changed, still half-mile viz, moderate snow, freezing fog, vertical visibility of 700 feet. Short runway, landing distance will be potentially a factor, so we'll look at that here shortly. No terrain, plenty of obstacles, so we'll be on the alert if we even get to shoot the approach. But we might just be bugging out to Detroit. If we do, we'll probably time out, or we could try. No, we could do a recovery flight. So yeah, we'll see. It's an ILS, so on our ILS push buttons, we'll go auto brake medium for now. And it's going to be flaps full, right seat landing. Let's run some numbers. Do we have... Oh, man. Oh, nice. We're just getting ready to cross into Chicago Center. Alright, yeah, so anyways, Midway ATIS. Info uniform, same weather we talked about. RNAV Yankee, runway 13 left approach in use. What? We're shooting a RNAV? Worst minimums. NOTAMs, aircraft should operate mode Charlie on all types of runways. VFR departures indicate field above. Alright, no FICONs. Let's go good to medium. Medium auto brake, max reverse. Lane distance available 6,500. We got actual of 51 from the glide slope. It's it's tight. Alright. Probably going all the way down to the end if that's the case. Good. Medium, alright, we'll see. Chicago Center, Delta 2823, flight level 310.
Delta 2823, Chicago Center, descend via the NVA arrival, midway landing 13, midway altimeter 3018.
Alright, we'll descend the Indy 8 arrival, Chicago's landing on the 13s, and 3018 on the altimeter. Do you know if anybody's gotten into midway? It looks like it's below mins right now.
We're going to have someone, you're soon going into midway, so hopefully they'll get in.
Alright, I'll take a look at them on the on Navigraph. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
1994, lower here in about 20 miles, please.
Alright, so since I'm gonna request the ILS has better minimums.
Who needs lower?
I'm gonna go into secondary.
United 1994 here. In about
Copy
20
the
miles.
active.
Yep, United 1994 descend and maintain flight level 240.
Then we're gonna put in the
United 1994.
put in that RNAV approach. RNAV Yankee. We left Yankee.
Delta 1632, Chicago Center, welcome.
And then Barrowman's on that one.
Dashboard 2387, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
885.
1 hour, nothing, thank you so much.
Carousel 411 requesting descent.
United 411, cross Duna and maintain 1000, the O'Hare altimeter 3017.
Cross 11,000 and the O'Hare altimeter is 3017, United 411.
Put our alternate routing in.
311, maintain 300 knots for radar in the descent.
Maintain 300 knots for greater in the descent, United 411.
United 1994, maintain 300 knots for the descent.
300 knots in the descent, we're planning 300 in 1994.
Detroit, where are you at?
Number 700 Charlie Echo, descend and maintain 16,000, the Milwaukee altimeter 3018.
700 Charlie, can I say again?
222 right.
November 0 Charlie Echo, descend and maintain 16,000, the Milwaukee altimeter 3018.
Yeah, 16,000, 3018, 700 Charlie.
Yeesh.
Blocked.
Unit 2355 Chicago Center, welcome, descend and maintain flight level 240, and that will be roughly advisory copy. Unit 2355, after Fort Wayne, fly the SO5 arrival.
SO5. Southwest 2497, so continue or descent.
Southwest 2497, cross Haley and maintain 6,000, the midway altimeter is 3018, midway landing 13 left.
Alright, 6,000 at Haley, and now looks like 13 left in the midway, Southwest 2497.
Southwest 549, descend and maintain 1010,000, the southbound, correction, descend and maintain 1010,000.
I know 1010,000, Southwest 549. Chicago Center, number 446. Ground up, ground rotation. GPS flight level 200.
Okay, who's 4469 Whiskey?
4469 Whiskey on the ground at Cedar Rapids. I have ordered to stage.
Alright, Chicago approach. 19.
Delta 1567, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
119.0, that is 15.
And Chicago Center, good evening, or good afternoon, United 1625, direct to eBay, climbing up to 15,000. United 1625, Chicago Center, time to maintain flight level 370, resume normal speed. Time to maintain flight level 370, resume normal speed for United 1625. Southwest 1108, Chicago Center. Southwest 1108, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 390, resume normal speed.
390,
Delta 2103, Indy's offline, patient advice approved.
Over Unicom, Delta 2103. Chicago Center, United 619, you want me over your approach?
United 2619, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Order approach.
Alright. This weather might get spicy. Yep. 100%. Are you a co-pilot? Not a captain. Yeah, on my channel, that's why it's called Wrong Side Simulations, because you know, many flight simmers all want to be, you know, they want to be the captain. So that's considered, you know, the correct side of the airplane. But for me, I like to fly on the right seat. Otherwise, what would be considered the wrong side of the airplane. So yeah, so yeah, technically I am I'm the first officer, but first officers obviously fly as well. So
the direct Plano, Papa Lima Alpha November Oscar, direct, maintain 3000, expect flight level 250 12 minutes after. Departure to this frequency, squawk forward 355.
Clear to DuPage, radar, sorry, DuPage, direct Plano for correct. Line maintain 3000, expect 250 and 10, departure with you, squawk forward 355.
Or 69 Whiskey, reback is correct, expect runway 9 for departure.
And Josh, what's up, man? Great to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. I could use some SpaghettiOs right now, to be honest. I am pretty hungry. Have not eaten today.
Avianca 262, looks like you missed Boone at 11,000. Fly heading 090 vectors for descent, descend and maintain 11,000.
Okay, flight heading 090 down to 1,000 Avianca 260.
Before it was good, man. It was beautiful, absolutely stunning weather yesterday. Low was around 50 degrees, high was about 60 degrees. It was nice. Actually felt like Thanksgiving type weather.
Number 700 Charlie Echo, send to maintain 7,000 and expect ILS 19 right.
7,000 and ILS 19 right. Actually, I can take the RNAV 19 right from Hagen if it's easier for you.
November 700 Charlie Echo.
45 inches of snow to pass 20. I don't doubt it, man. That storm.
RNAV 19 right, 700 Charlie Echo.
November 700 Charlie Echo.
Look at that. That stuff is nasty.
User Mountain Hagen, clear direct Hagen, cross Hagen at or above 3,000, clear RNAV runway 19 right.
Nasty, nasty.
700 Charlie Echo, clear direct Hagen at or above 3,000, clear RNAV 19 right, 700 Charlie Echo.
Southwest 549.
I'd say against the Southwest 549. Chicago Sun Stereo, good day. Calling off Lima, Mike flight level 360.
Charlie Golf, Lima, Mike, Chicago Center. United 411, contact Chicago approach 119.0. United 411, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
119.0, United 411, have a great day.
Southwest 549, cross Haley at and maintain 6,000, the midway altimeter 3018, midway landing 13 left.
Alright, landing 13 left, cross Haley with 6,000, Southwest 549.
Southwest 2497, turn 30 degrees right for sequence.
Turn 30 degrees right for sequence 2497.
Info uniform.
United 1994, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
19 nothing United.
United 1811, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Port approach 19 nothing, United 1811, good day.
19 nothing.
Avianca 262, flight heading 180.
Sir, it is Avianca.
Heading 180 Avianca.
Ain't no Avianca, it's Avianca.
FedEx 1469, Cleveland Center's offline, change to advisory approved. FedEx 1469, change to advisory approved.
Advisory answer to it, FedEx 1469, bye.
That's 1632, Minneapolis Center's offline, change to advisory approved.
We're covered up to 1637 after that, yeah.
So 08 Golf, Kansas City's offline, change to advisory approved.
Frequency change for this one, 0
Chicago Center, Southwest 4431, climbing 011 for 13,000. 201. Who's that 13,000?
Chicago Center, United 702 with you at 15,150,000.
United 702, Chicago Center, climb to maintain flight level 280, resume normal speed.
Climb to maintain flight level 280, resuming normal speed for United 702.
Southwest 2497, clear direct Haley.
Direct Haley, Southwest 2497.
United, Southwest 549, contact Chicago.
God, that looks good, man. Those clouds.
19.0 Southwest 549, good day.
United 2355, cross Espo at and maintain 12,000, the O'Hare altimeter 3013.
Espo 12,000, United 2355.
4431 with me.
Southwest 41, climbing to 13.
Southwest 4431, Chicago Center, climb to maintain flight level 370, resume normal speed.
37 at normal speed, Southwest 431.
Avianca 262, clear direct Boone.
25, level 290, 10 to the west of the 154.
Avianca 262, clear direct Boone.
Direct Boone, Avianca 262.
Center United 1380, disconnecting for a technical issue.
Roger. Sky, is that Skywest 6225?
Affirmative, Skywest 6225.
Sky 6325, Chicago Central, welcome. Southwest 2497, contact Chicago, approach 119.0.
Approach 190, Southwest 2497, good day.
Southwest 11-0, Indy's offline, change to advice approved.
Frequency change approved, Southwest 11-0.
Number 212, Bravo, Bravo, frequency change approved.
Over to 2280, Bravo, Bravo, see ya.
Number 0 Charlie Echo, runway 19 right, cleared to lane with 1607.
Clear land 700 Charlie Echo.
FedEx 32, Minneapolis Center's offline, change to advice approved.
Change to advisory, FedEx 33, every copy.
Avianca 262, contact Chicago, approach 119.0.
119.0, have a good day.
Chicago Center United 2091, 13 for 150.
Yeah, 2091 Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 310, resume normal speed.
310 normal speed, United 2091.
So, anybody got big plans on this lovely fall Saturday? LSU starts playing a little foosball against Oklahoma. We'll get a good ass whooping here in about the next 45 minutes.
71 Romeo Whiskey, Chicago Center, cross Boone and maintain 1000, the O'Hare altimeter 3013.
I've been at 1000, station 1 removing.
Wow. God, the sim looks good.
Flight level 260.
JetBlue. Say the call sign again.
JetBlue 2105.
And JetBlue 2105, where they look, JetBlue 2105.
Alright, approach checklist. Briefing is complete. Approach stable by 1900 feet. ECAM status is checked. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums. Baro of 861. And altimeters 3018 set. Approach checklist complete.
JetBlue 2105, I have a reroute for you, advise ready to copy.
Missed your stream the other day. We'll have to catch up. Yeah, man. 100%. We've been busy dealing with this work injury from May. Had to find a lot. Oh, shit. That ain't no good.
JetBlue 2105, clear to O'Hare Airport via direct Watson, Whiskey, Alpha, Tango, Sierra, November. Join the FO5 arrival.
Uh-oh, that's not good, man. Power flickering? It's not good at all. Definitely need power to stay warm. Be grabbing every comforter and quilt and blanket in the house.
Direct Watson and confirm the arrival.
JetBlue 2105, clear direct Watson, join the SO5 arrival.
Join the SO5 arrival. Maintain flight level 362, JetBlue 2105.
Chicago Center, weather ready for check.
Chicago Center, United 215, flight level 30, Watson for arrival.
November 4469 Whiskey. November 4469 Whiskey, runway 9, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 31 on Alpha.
9 via Alpha, cross 3.
United 215 Chicago Center, after Watson, flight the SO5 arrival.
After Watson, fly SO5, United 215.
Chicago Center, good afternoon. Delta 3214, about 30 miles north of the Victor VBR.
Delta 3214 Chicago Center, cross Worcester at and maintain 14,000. The general Mitchell altimeter 3018.
Worcester 14,000, altimeter 3018, Delta 3214.
JetBlue 2105, are you direct Watson yet?
Yeah, we're directing Watson, JetBlue 2105.
Get rid of my face on that scene so I can see a bit more.
The 1656 Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 390, resume normal speed. The 2355, contact Chicago approach 119.0. 119.5.
Chicago Center, Tiger 78 Heavy, flight level 310, J for 1 arrival.
Still uniform, still half mile.
Who was that calling? Sorry, that was 201. Delta 1461.
Speed alt star, all constraints.
Delta 1461, say, Delta 1461 Chicago Center, welcome. And is that Flying Tiger 78?
Tiger 78 Heavy, flight level 310, J for 1 arrival.
Looks fun. Yeah, yeah, it does.
Are you on the Janesville or are you on
This weather looks gnarly.
Switch over to Janesville before contact Jeep. We are unable to maintain RNAP 1, so we switch on to Janesville, Tiger 78 Heavy.
Okay, Flying Tiger 78, roger. Yeah, 215 cross Watson at a maintain flight level 240.
Cross Watson at a maintain flight level 240, United 215.
United 1625, Cleveland offline, change your advisory approved. Change your advisory approved, United 1625.
Chicago Center, hello, stop.
Southwest 984, 30 south at Des Moines, 310.
Southwest 984, Chicago Center, welcome. Skyway 6325 descent via the Flight 7 arrival, the O'Hare altimeter 3013.
3013 descent by Flight 7, Skyway 6325.
Delta 2823, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Is that for Delta 2823?
Delta 2823, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Or Chicago approach 19 nothing. We'll see you Delta 2823.
Number 0 Charlie Echo, are you looking for the north, Sam?
Southwest 1711.
Yes.
Southwest 1711, radar contact, stay altitude.
We are passing 1200.
Roger. Southwest 549, turn right, heading 040, descend and maintain 3000. Right turn, 040, down to 3000, Southwest 549. Southwest 2497, descend and maintain 4000. 4000, Southwest 2497.
Chicago approach Delta 2823 descending 9,000, 6,000 on the Indy 8 arrival. How is anybody getting into Midway? Looks like Viz is below Mins.
Stand by. Number 314 Pop India, contact Chicago Center 134.87. 134.875 for 314 Pop India. Thanks for the ATC. See ya. Unit 411, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75.
120.75, United 411.
Delta 2823, go 120 Yankee right now, and then two guys behind him doing the ILS. I'll let you know if they get in or not.
Sounds good. We're set up for the ILS. Appreciate it.
Delta 2251 and Midway here, ready to go with 12 left. Delta 2251, hold short, runway 13 left, landing traffic. Hold short 13 left, landing traffic. Delta 251. UPS 2113, radar Kmsp, climb and maintain 15,000. Kmsp, climb and maintain 15,000. Can we go back to O'Hare to, we're having a cabin pressure. Yeah, UPS 2113, I'm at altitude, maintain 5,000, turn right, heading 270. 5,000, 270, sorry about that, 2113. No worries, Avianca 262, heavy to set and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000, Avianca 262, heavy.
Southwest 1711, cleared direct Lukey, climb and maintain 15,000.
Clear direct Saluki, climb maintain 15,000.
Southwest 549, turn right, heading 100, intercept from runway 13 left, localizer. 100, intercepting 13 left, localizer, Southwest 549. Okay, F-87, runway 13 left, cleared to land. Southwest 2497, turn right, heading 040. Right 040, Southwest 2497. United 1994, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000. Speed from us?
United 1994, speed your discretion.
Okay, we're going to slow to 210 and then we'll descend United 1994.
Josh, we'll have to talk offline about Expo for next year.
549, maintain 2,000 until established on localizer, cleared ILS, runway 13 left to bridge. Maintain 2,000 to establish on localizer, clear for the ILS, 13 left to bridge, Southwest 549. United 1811 Heavy, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75. Tower 2075, United 1811 Heavy, good day.
And Chicago approach Delta 2823. If able, would like to maybe hold at Gorlick. See what what happens with these guys. Until the Viz is at 3/4 of a mile where we have RVRs, I won't be able to initiate the approach.
Okay, Delta 2820, I'll get back to you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Southwest 2497, turn right, heading 080, maintain 3,000. 003,000, Southwest 2497.
Start throwing some real life shit at them. It's like these Southwest planes shouldn't be initiating the approach because they don't have the visibility to do it.
UPS 2113, expect ILS runway 10.
No, I'm going to be the one to
information pop at O'Hare.
not initiate.
ILS runway 10 center, 2113. Delta 2251, turn left, heading 100, runway 13 left, cleared for takeoff.
Left 070 and complete out 13 left, Delta 251.
Southwest 549, traffic departs prior to your arrival, runway 13 left, cleared to land.
Runway 13 left, cleared to land. Copy traffic, Southwest 549.
Counted 2355, descend to maintain 7,000. 7,000, unit 2355. Dashboard 2387, ground 118.07.
Ground 20.07, thank you so much.
Southwest 2497, flying 100, intercept runway 13 left, localizer.
100, I'm heading, we'll intercept 12 left localizer, Southwest 2497. Chicago departure, good afternoon. Scout 4747 with you, passing 3005.
United 1994, turn right, heading 360.
360, 1994.
Try my best. I don't want to cause a stink with these guys,
United
but
2355 at 7,000, reduce speed at 210.
210 at 7,000.
but I don't want to shoot the approach either.
47, Chicago Archer, radar contact, cleared direct to Cedo, climb and maintain 15,000.
And clear Excedo and then up to 15,000 for Scout 4747. Scout departure, 123 Yankee, 3 left.
November 31 Yankee, roger, hold short, runway 13 left, landing traffic.
Hold short, 13 left, Yankee.
Southwest 2497 is 5 miles from Hightown, cleared ILS, runway 13 left approach.
Clear ILS 13 left approach, up to 2497.
United 1994, turn right, heading 060, intercept runway 10 center, local entry.
United 1994.
United 1994, heading 060, join the local entry.
Get 060 to intercept United 1994, starting purple is cut off.
Orange. GPS 2113, turn right, heading 360.
360, 2113.
Avianca 262 Heavy, turn right, heading 360.
Right, heading 360, Avianca 262.
So the
Southwest 215, runway 13 left. Disregard.
Southwest 1711 with you at 15,000.
United 1994 is 1 mile from Ruta, cleared ILS, runway 10 center approach.
Cleared ILS 10 center approach, United 1994.
Southwest 549, maintain 3,000.
3,000, Southwest 520. We're on the midst,
Southwest 549, roger, turn right, heading 220, maintain 3,000.
220, maintain 3,000, Southwest 549. Trying to get the airplane settled there.
Southwest 2251 with you at 3000.
Chicago approach, if able, would like to hold here at Gorlick until biz improves.
I'm sorry, Delta 2823, what fix did you want to hold at?
Golf Oscar Romeo Lima Charlie Gorlick. Basically my present position.
Delta 2251 at 3000.
Delta 2823, cleared to Gorlick, hold on your inbound course, right turns. Let's do 5 mile legs, expect further clearance at 2030, time now 1958.
2030 inbound course, right turns, 5 mile legs, Delta 2023. Thank you.
1994, contact O'Hare Tower 120.7.
Alright, in the hold.
2075 United 1994, goodbye.
GPS 2113, turn right, heading 060, join the local entry.
Would be optimal to hold
060,
higher,
2113.
has less of an effect on the burns,
Southwest 2497, runway 13 left, cleared to land.
but
Southwest 2497.
had to make it happen quick.
549, turn right, heading 310, did you want to try the approach again?
Right turn 310, we'll try the approach again, Southwest 549.
Roger.
Departure United 504 is 5360 heading.
United 504, radar contact, cleared start.
Going to Brazil, weather's beautiful in the southern hemisphere. TAM 3317, hell yeah.
At 5,000 39504.
You know, I think
2251 cleared direct Lukey.
Both world flights. My very first flight was in Chile.
For 20 visual.
That's what you said, right?
United
Chile.
504,
No,
direct
Brazil.
Pumpkin, climb and maintain 15,000.
Brazil.
Alright, direct Pumpkin, climb maintain 15,000, United 504.
So the airplane's on the ground, moving one more run, and I'll be able to get you guys out. Break Avianca 262, turn left, heading 180.
There he is.
Left heading 180, Avianca.
Flying the barking machine.
GPS 2113 is 4 miles from Ruta, cleared ILS,
Sao Paulo.
Center approach.
Be a nice flight.
10 center approach, 2113. United 2355, turn right, heading 360 to set and maintain 5,000.
360, 5,000, United 2355.
Alright, what's the temperature? 2 degrees. Alright, so now we need to figure out our bingo. So we expect further clearance at 2030, so it's a little over a 30-minute hold.
15,000.
Delta 1711, Chicago Center, 134, 187.
134.875.
So might just barely be able to make that EFC. EFCs are kind of bullshit. Depending on the situation. I don't think the weather's going to get better, but so looking at our fuel prediction page, we've got a 3.5 burn to our alternate plus our 3.3 for the reserve fuel. So that gives us a min destination FOB of 6.8, which we can treat as bingo. Now, that's to fly from our present position, fly the remainder of the route, shoot the approach, go missed, and then divert. So from present position to divert probably wouldn't it wouldn't be as much of a burn. So I'm gonna pad this just a tad with make our bingo fuel 7.0. So we got 32 more minutes of fuel, and that is just right at the EFC.
Try 3650, information call for check-in 12,000, 5 miles off thumbs. Try 3650, Chicago approach, runway 10 center. 10 center, 3650. United 2355 is over, P-ball, cleared ILS, runway 10 center approach.
High left approach. United 2355.
GPS 2113, contact O'Hare Tower, 120.75.
While we're doing this, let's stay ahead of the weather in Detroit in the event that we need to go there. Detroit weather.
United 215, 16,000 for 12,000 at Espa.
United 215, Chicago approach, runway 10 center.
1 mile light snow mist, overcast 2,500.
Right turn 090, Southwest 549.
Temperature -2, dew point -2, altimeter 30, 38. All right, so here's where things get sticky. So we can change our alternate to something else that's better. Maybe Cleveland.
Correction heading 120.
Left heading 10 to join the local.
That stuff hasn't gotten to Cleveland yet, so we can maybe go to Cleveland. But Detroit is obviously a hub, crew base. That works better for logistics. We could change our destination to Detroit. So at that point, alternate minimums no longer apply. And which alternate minimums would be, in this case, at an airport like Detroit, it's going to be 400-foot ceilings and 1 mile visibility, which are right at the Viz, and it likely will go down. So if we change destination, we'll have a little bit more fuel to play with, but we'll have to bug out earlier. Potentially. Whoa.
Clear dial is runway 10 center, Avianca 262 heavy.
United 2355, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75.
We'll go now!
This dude's trolling.
Giant, turn right, heading 160.
Charlie, I'm staying up there. You're protecting the radio scan.
160, intercept below, Southwest 540.
Man, I'm gonna intercept your ass.
What? Giant, 3650, turn right, heading 120, maintain 7000. Repeat that. 5 by 5, block.
Shut your goddamn big ass up.
Alright. So, weather in Cleveland is good. Winds 148 at 8, 10 statute miles, overcast 9,000. It's currently 20:02. Weather's supposed to go down at 2100.
Please give me a radio check, man. That's all I want to know.
Just need some friends, man. Come on. Anyways, it's supposed to start snowing with reduced visibility in less than an hour. That might influence our decision on when to bug out. But if we do Detroit, we change our destination to Detroit. We can use Cleveland as an alternate for Detroit, and then go land in Detroit. So a change of destination, 1, 2, 3 rule applies to the new destination. So we have to have the fuel to carry Cleveland for Detroit, which is why we'd have to bug out earlier. So we contact dispatch. Let's go to Safe Flights. We changed it to Detroit, and then we put Cleveland as the alternate. See what that burn is. 2.3 burn. So I'm gonna go into the secondary and kind of build this stuff out. How far is that?
Thanks very much. Southwest 215.
Minutes. 270.
Yeah, that's my fault. Right, we're recording on 100.
Alright, so roughly present position to Detroit, 45 minutes, it's a burn of 4.5 plus another 3.3. Well, that don't work very good. Fuel on board is not that. Alright, so if we do Detroit's just an alternate, we can get rid of the. We have alternate minimums. Yeah, we got alt mins. Alright, so we'll get rid of that. It's going to give us. .6. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and possibly bug out. What time is it? 10. We haven't do ADIS yet. Victor, half mile. Alright, well, I don't think, here's what we're going to do. For the show, in real world, obviously we wouldn't do this. But for the show, we're going to give it a shot. We'll shoot the approach. If we don't see it, we'll go missed and proceed direct to Detroit. And Chicago approach, Delta 2823. Would like to go ahead and attempt the approach. Obviously in real life we wouldn't do this, but like to attempt the approach, and if we go missed, then divert to Detroit, and I'll have routing for that. Affirm, we'll give it a shot. If we go missed, then we'll divert to Detroit, and I'll be able to assist with some routing on that as well. Right turn 030, Delta 2823. Chicago Airport via radar vectors, Delta 2823. Alright, folks, let's see what happens. Was normal holding altitude, or does it depend on the situation? It just depends. ATC will ultimately determine it, but the higher you hold, the better, because you're going to have a better fuel burn at higher altitudes. But yeah, ATC will determine it. It's going to depend on where you're already at, what's in front of you, where they plan on holding you, what's other traffic doing. Are they going to? Is it like, you know, one airplane that's going to hold? Is it a stack? Can't take that voice serious. Boeing destination.
PQ up to 13,000,
Right. Let's see how this goes. 1-3 left is an interesting one. Yeah.
turn right, heading 360.
Yeah. I just hope I have
2053, turn
no stutters. I always have stutters coming into midway, at least with 2020. My man Zach, what's up, dude? How you doing?
There's only so much I can do when everybody's talking. I'll reach out the drive, heading 650 over tower, 120.75. Tiger 78, heading slow to bus, emergency, please.
Alright, it's updates. Oof, wind's gotten worse. 140 at 9, gust 1.8.
Tiger 78, heading distance, we're gonna work cancel first, start, maintain 3,000. Delta 2823, that's why heading 040, that's gonna maintain 3,000.
040 down to 3,000, Delta 2820, 23.
Delta 3716, Chicago Center 134,
3012.
215,
Alright.
At 215, I think it moves to localize. You're going to continue this right turn.
215, turn right, heading 120, rejoin.
120.
Showing 6325, turn right, heading 35. 35, 327. Delta 2823, turn 20 degrees right.
20 right, Delta 2023.
Southwest 2053. Are you sure you better start taking runway 9 center local entry? That's the runway you're set up. I got it pulled up 10 center, so that's all forward, Delta 23. Southwest 2053, are you sure you on the runway 9 center local Worker testing, worker testing, Delta 2053, enter maintain 4,000, close down, for 9 left, runway 10 center bridge.
2,500.
2,300 Delta 2023. Oh, doesn't permit for the localizer.
2,000.
2105, maintain 3,000. Tiger 78 heading, turn right, heading 270. Southwest 2053, 1 mile from Bruno, clear 9 left for my 10 center bridge. Clear for the 106 approach, southwest 130. Southwest 6325, turn right, heading 070, intercept local entry. 070, for my 10 center local entry. Delta 2823, turn right, right, you're heading 160, rejoin.
160 Delta 2023.
Northwest 151, turn right, heading 220, set a maintain 4,000. Heading 220, 4,000.
What the hell?
Chicago Coast, just 21.5. I checked in earlier, but it had it
Airbus 2105, well, similar, Delta maintain 3,000, Air 3011.
to maintain 3,000 there. 20
Delta 2053, contact over tower, 025.
2,000 till established, cleared. 13 left approach, Delta 20, 823.
Northwest 150, one heading 180 to 718, 4,000. Heading 180, 4,000. Northwest 151.
Alright, gear down. On spoilers. Custom Star, Loke Star. Flaps 3. Clear lane 13 left up 2023.
1,000.
Come on, dude. Wow.
Four. 100 above. 300.
Go around.
Minimum.
Go around flaps. Positive rate, gear up. Chicago approach, Delta 2823 going around. From a heading 3000 to 2023. Flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2. F100 Delta 2023. Affirmative, we'll go to Detroit. Looking for Hassa and then Victor's to arrival. Flight level 270.
984, 1 left, 6,000.
Up to 15,000 and would like to request level 270 Delta 2823. Ready, Delta 2023.
Delta 2023 for the Detroit Airport, via direct Luki and Lima, Echo Whiskey, Kilo Echo, direct Skipper, and Golf, India Juliet, direct Alpha, and the Vector Zero.
All right, clear to Detroit via the Luki, Golf, India, Juliet, HOSA, Victor's 2 arrival. We appreciate it. Delta 2823. All right, after takeoff, landing gears up, flaps retracted, and APU is off. All right, on the way to Detroit. This might be the first real legit time that they've had to actually divert. Man, talk about working. But yes, we look at that concentration. We went missed, and like my lights were shining in my face. I was like struggling to see out the window, trying to like see any kind of like approach lights or anything. All right, 270 Detroit. Just kind of cross checking everything. $34.87. We'll see you. Delta 2823. Thanks for your help today. Yeah, so,
Appreciate it. Chicago Center,
fuck, man.
medium, 693,
We were trying to get into Midway, Viz at half mile. We need 3/4 of a mile. For the show, we attempted the approach. In the real world, it would not be legal to initiate the approach. But we went missed. And now we're diverting to Chicago. I ain't never been able to fucking talk to this guy. And fuel's not calculating. Chicago Center Delta 2823, climbing 23.7, flight level 270, diverting to Detroit. I'm in tape off 270 to 2823. Trying to figure out why I'm not getting estimated fuel on arrival. So let's try. MDW to KDTW. Yeah, it's just like it's not populating all the speeds and stuff. I got crossing constraints, speed constraints, but cross HOSA and maintain flight 190 Delta 2823. This dude's getting his ass kicked. I don't know. Cannot get it to recalculate. 123.8. Recycle. Nah. Hopefully we'll land with enough gas. I think we will. Alright, over to Unicom. Oh shit, now it can't calculate. When this is getting janky. Like it still thinks it's like it's still looking for a go around. It hasn't taken us out of. I don't want to do that. Do it the old school way, I guess. Let's try this. Directors off. Everything else looks good. I just don't understand. Let's activate, confirm. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're cooking with grease now. Cooking with grease. So it wanted me to activate and confirm approach again, which it shouldn't have been. Mile and 3/4 statute mile. Light snow, mist, okay. Anyways, I activated and confirmed it, and then it kicked back on. So we should be on the ground with 4.9. Reserves is 3.2, so we're looking good. We are above alternate minimums, so we're looking good there as well. 120 at 4. Temperature is -2. QNH 3036. .842. I don't think anybody is controlling. Nope. So we shall do what we wanna do. Which means I'm gonna go approach via mode. Command Valley. Insert that. What? Ah, Cleveland Center's on? I don't see him. Awesome. DC, Memphis. Okay. Oh, it's auto ATC. Interesting. The speed is still jacked up though. It's still wanting to fly the approach speed. Cut that off for now so we get back in it. Alright, we're going to be shooting the ILS runway 22 right, frequency is 111.95. 5 course 216, intercept glide slope at Geeter 2,000 feet, decision altitude 842, touching zone elevation 642. We go miss, climb 1100, climbing right turn to 4000, outbound on the DXO VOR radio 297 to Daunt, intercept DME 15.5 off DXO and hold, 3-degree glide slope. All that good stuff. Land, be a left-hand turn off. Try to jump off Alpha 3, Romeo, cross 22 left at Romeo, and then into the gates. And then we'll have to take a look and see what the weather's looking like. Well, now we got Detroit ATIS. Well, who's controlling Detroit? Cleveland Center 19875. No, yeah, we were going into Midway, so we didn't have any Cat 3s.
6201.
Why not ORD? Because it's below alternate minimum, so it wouldn't be legal. Hit 2 is, I think, at a half mile. When I looked at it, we need 401 for alternate minimums. Cleveland Center, Delta 2823, descending 17.1 on the Victor's 2 arrival, diverting from Midway, unfortunately.
2823. This has to be the Victor's 2 arrival. I've got 22 right approach. There's
3036, ILS Zulu 22 right, and we'll descend the Victor's 2, Delta 2823. Alright, now my fuel's gone again. The estimated fuel on board at arrival was there, now it's gone. But that'll be alright. Definitely getting a little thin on the gas, but it'll be good. So the issue with Chicago, we could have changed destination to Chicago, but then we'd have to add an alternate for Chicago, which means you'd have to have the fuel to carry an alternate that will meet the alternate minimums. Might could have done that with Detroit. It was legal, like it was at alternate minimum, so probably could have done that now that I think about it. Because we had the fuel obviously to fly to Detroit, so we didn't have the fuel to fly to Detroit and carry an alternate. But yeah, I think we could have changed destination to Chicago O'Hare, add Detroit as an alternate or something else, and probably got in that way. But hey, the dispatcher called and they were like, hey, go to Detroit. So blame it on the dispatcher. I see where the Cat 3s are coming from now. Funny enough, I was just at Detroit on my last IRL trip. First night was clear, second night freezing rain. Eesh. But as far as Midway goes, Nate, I checked all the charts, and the best we could get was 250 in a mile, or 250 and 3/4 mile. But yeah, now that y'all mention it, and that's kind of like the strategy side of all this is a lot easier, I think, in real life when you've got, you know, software that you can do en route calculations with, unlike SimBrief. And you kind of start throwing in all your ideas and kind of get a better bearing on the fuel range, rather than how I was having to kind of like rig it up using SimBrief. Oh, good luck. Oh, now it's calculating 4.2. Still trying to go to approach speed.
Maintain level 2, 1D at NVK.
Under at NVK 1D at 290, some station for my copy.
Pilot's discretion, maintain 5,000, Delta 2823.
Delta 2251. Contact Boston Center 13417. Delta 2251, contact Boston Center 13417.
Does the alternate mins apply just for filing an alternate, or do they apply to an in-flight diversion?
51.
They apply to an in-flight diversion. So obviously, the pilots are going to fly the minimums, but the weather at the alternate has to be at least alternate minimums to use it as an alternate. But you can definitely get creative with the way that you go about a lot of that. Just like what y'all were talking about, right? Like using Chicago as the destination and then throwing something on that's legal for an alternate. That would definitely work. It would have kept us closer to Midway.
Delta 2251, Delta 2251,
So then what kind of gets tricky is like, do you use the TAP or do you use the METAR, because the regs don't really say. So the way that I think most dispatchers kind of go about it is if you're less than an hour away, the METAR is kind of more of the controlling aspect, but if you're further than that, then the TAP.
Southwest 447, you're put in the Midway Airport via direct bagel. Pang. Forgot where it is actually. Bedline.
Yep. Yep, dispatch purposes.
Southwest 3447, you're clear to the Midway Airport via direct bagel. Pang.
Bagel, Pang, 7 arrival. 3447. Clinton Center, hello, Spirit Jet 4116 with you out of 14,300 for flight level 340, about 100 to the northeast of Carlton.
Northeast of Carlton. What was the call?
Spirit Jet 4160, Juliet 4.
Spirit Jet 4116, Cleveland Center. America, maintain level 340.
Maintain flight level 340, Spirit Jet 4160.
So this hour-long flight has now turned into 2 hours and 11 minutes so far.
Level 2823, fly present heading, maintain 3000, radar vectors, Island Zulu, 22 right.
Our present heading down to 3,000 and radar vectors for the ILS Zulu runway or 22 right. Delta 2023. All right, down to 3. 3000's blue.
Yep.
Yeah, dispatch does things a little bit different on the planning side of things. For example, if we're planning to like single runway, there's only instrument approaches for one end of the runway, and it's going to exceed the max tailwind component. Like what we'll do, let's say like steady state does not, but gusts do, right? So for us, in the planning purposes, we only use steady state, but obviously when pilots are shooting the actual approach, they'll include gusts, so it could exceed the max tailwind component. Obviously we should be aware of that and have planned extra fuel and or alternate in that event. But yeah, planning purposes, like we only use steady state, but then when shooting the actual approach, include gusts.
Good afternoon, Delta 2029 at Pittsburgh with Yankee is ready for taxi.
Delta 2823, turn right, 130.
Right turn 130, Delta 2023.
Delta 2029, runway 10 center, taxi via.
Speed alt star.
10 center, Victor Echo Whiskey, Delta 2029.
Good on the gas. And flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2.
Cleveland Center, good morning, Air Canada 506 flight 350.
Air Canada 506, Cleveland Center.
Once flight is en route, alternate winds are not compulsory. Captain's authority over rules. Of course, it would behoove you to consult with your FO and dispatcher, but in your case, you are everything.
Delta 2823 is 5 miles from Nugent. Turn right, heading 190, remain crescent, maintain 3000, still established. Follow flashes from your house, Zulu, 22 right, approach.
190, maintain 3000 until established on ILS, Zulu, runway 22 right approach, Delta 2823.
Cleveland Center, customer with default level 320, direct gone, that's the time, connect and heading.
Direct, number 1.
Okay, sir, connect one heading.
Number 1, Cleveland Center. Southwest 1894, contact Washington Center, 133.72.
137 report.
Shane, remind me to touch on what you just said. That was actually one of the scenarios that they presented in my... Remain at or above 2400, and we're still clear for the ILS Zulu, runway 22 right, Delta 2023. That's part of a scenario they presented in my interview. Yeah, what Shane just said is correct, obviously. Yeah, planning versus conducting are two different things. All right, localizer's alive. Look star. Alt star.
Got a 363 clear dispatch.
5 subs alive.
Shrimp dispatch. 363.
Time is. I need to let the dogs. Damn, it's 4 o'clock. I need to let the dogs out.
Delta 2823 runway 22 right. Cleared to land. Wind 090 aspect.
Clear land runway 22 right. Delta 2823. Alright, here comes sky slope. Manage speed. Gear down, armor spoilers, flaps 3.
2619 Cleveland.
And flat spool landing checklist. Cabin crews advised, auto thrust speed, auto brakes medium. Kmdw landing all green, landing checklist is complete.
Canuck 1, not a pilot. Discretion maintain 17,000. Buffalo area altimeter 3043. That's one that was carrier only, no pilot discretion. Maintain 17,000.
Sorry about that, I'm not muted. 17,000, pilot discretion, that's on heavy, thank you very much.
Speed stable. Runway is not in sight.
Delta 2029 is ready at 0 center.
I got Pappies.
Delta 2029,
500.
110 runway 10 center, clear for takeoff. Flying runway
400.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 10 center.
And approach lights.
Delta 2029.
Center November 7170, I'm at short final runway 23.
300.
Atlan field, sir.
100 above.
7170 Mike, Cleveland Center / Mansfield Tower.
200.
Runway 23. Clear to land. The wind
Minimum.
10 at 9 and the altimeter 3030.
100.
Altimeter 3030, clear to land runway 23, tap
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
American 606, detect jet 113, correct. 12 o'clock, 0 miles south direction, keep that 370, 737, what? 360,
Uh-oh. Rudder's dead?
That was for United 2667.
Negative for American 606, detect jet 1.
Why is auto brake?
Traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles south direction, eastbound 370, westbound
No.
360.
That's weird. I hit the, I tapped the toe brakes to kick off the, auto brakes, and it didn't. But rudder's working.
So 2823, taxi depart via Alpha Quebec. If you'd like Romeo instead, let me know.
I'll take Romeo, please.
2823, taxi departure via Alpha Romeo. Hold short, runway 22 left.
Alpha Romeo, short 22 left, Delta 2823.
Cleveland Center, Canada 122, level 320.
Air Canada 122. To Cleveland, Roger, climb maintain level 380.
380, Canada 122.
Like something's up with this scenery.
Jesus, who just ran in front of me? American 606. Good morning. Oh, somebody was heading directly at me. Yep, you missed the turn about 20 minutes ago, and then you missed the traffic call twice about 5 minutes ago. We're set up here. I apologize for that. According to my flight plan, everything is going according to what it's supposed to be, but I suppose that you gave me a turn, and I missed it. I'm sorry.
No, everybody's dead.
We're set up here, Mike.
After landing, exterior lights are set, flaps retracted, TCAS.
Level 2029 or radar. Contact. Climb and maintain level 300.
Stand by. Engine mode selector is normal. Ground spoilers are disarmed and radar projectile shears off.
Air Canada 506 Center, American 606, maintain level 310. Where did you want me?
Descend to discretion 310, Canada 506.
Level 2029, turn left, heading 290, direct to the brig, VOR, and resume on that.
Left 290, direct brake DOR. Oh, 2029.
American 606, altitude. Flight level 342. Okay, what was your left clearance? I'm sorry? American 606, I don't recall giving you a...
These two guys sound like damn near identical to each other.
Well, I had to do something because the guy just almost ran into me head to head, so... Yep, that's why air traffic control here. Okay, so you want to descend into the traffic. No, sir. All right, American. I would like flight level 370 where I was. Okay. American 606 maintains level 230 block 370. Okay. Up to 370.
Lotto, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Still got the ring on. Still feels weird. Getting used to it. Cleveland Center, Delta 2823 is holding short of 2 left. Detroit.
So 2823, thanks for the reminder. Cross runway 22 left, taxi parking.
Cross 22 left and taxi parking. Appreciate your help today, Delta 2823. Alright, maybe it's clear on the approach, or clear on the approach and clear down the rest of the runway that way. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like half the scenery sitting under something. A little layer of something or other.
NVIDIA Cleveland Center, Canada 46, taxi 15,000, climbing to flight level 320 and from Kmsp.
Air Canada 46, Cleveland Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Maintain 320, Canada 46, thank you.
Cleveland Center, 2025 heavies with you, flight level 350, just north of St. Thomas, VOR. United 2025, Cleveland Center, Roger. Climb maintain level 360. Stop 360, 2025. Cleveland Center, Air Canada 120, requesting flight level 350. Sorry, who was that?
Air Canada 122.
Canada 122. Minneapolis is offline. ATC is now terminated. Your frequency changes.
Air Canada 122.
Alright, brakes set. Let them up. Shut them down.
Avianca 225. Avianca 225, Cleveland Center. Welcome. Maintain flight 370.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I delayed. I have an issue with the radio right here.
Well, that's the same Avianca we heard in Minneapolis.
If the voice one doesn't work.
Okay. I know that, but I tried to fix it right. Thank you very much.
Alright. Parking checklist. Slides are disarmed. Engines off. Seat belts off. Exterior lights are set. Ice protection's off. Fuel pumps off. Yellow electric pumps off. Chalk signal received, and parking brake is. Let's see, do we get chalks? We got chalks, so we can. I'll leave that set. Parking brake set. Parking checklist is complete. Guys, how about that? Flight was supposed to take just a little over an hour, 2 hours and 27 minutes. That's the first time that I have legitimately had to divert when trying to fly realistically. So, one thing I want to go back to that Shane was talking about, and this was in my Delta interview. So there's a difference if a flight.
Air Canada 506 Toronto is offline. ATC services are now terminated. Frequency change is approved.
Frequency change approved. Thanks for the service, Air Canada 506.
So, if a flight, let's say a flight is dispatched with no alternate, it's not required, and the flight pushes out, and some airlines are different. Some it's like once they're off blocks, others is once they're off the ground. So that's airline dependent, but they take off, and then the TAF changes, and now the weather is shitty. It's like 801 or something like that. You don't have to add an alternate. Now, if it's in the opinion of the dispatcher and the captain, or dispatcher or the captain, that it's not safe to continue without an alternate, then put one on. If you don't have the fuel for it, then you would have to divert. But if it's in the opinion of both the dispatcher and the captain that it's safe to continue without an alternate, they can absolutely do so. Now, let's say flight's dispatched, no alternate wasn't required. TAF changes before the flight pushes back or is off the ground, depending on the airline's policy. At mine, it's pushback. But if it changes before, then it's a legal requirement to have it added, and then obviously got to get the fuel put on and stuff, and will likely result in minor delay depending on when it's caught. So it's always kind of like the interesting piece of it, right? Is the variations between like one airline to another, how they do things, which that's often either set by just what the company wants to do or what that FAA inspector, how they want it. There's a lot of variations to it, but yeah. So like to what Shane was saying, you know, if we left and it wasn't required to have an alternate, and all of a sudden weather tanks, we still don't legally have to put one on, so long as it's in the captain and the dispatcher's opinion that it's safe to continue. But if you leave, and like in this case, we left, the alternate was required, so we were going to have to, you know, find something. We have to have something on within the fuel range of the aircraft, and if it's determined that you can't find something safe and legal within the fuel range of the aircraft, then you would have to divert to go get fuel and then continue on. That's the fun part with dispatching, is like you get real deep into the weeds and like the regulatory scenario based stuff. So in my interview, the scenario was, I've dispatched JFK to LA, my flight's over Denver, and the flight was legally dispatched with no alternate, wasn't required. As they're over Denver, TAF changes, it's now 800 foot ceilings and mile visibility. What do you do? And I said, you can either find an alternate that's within the fuel range of the aircraft, or if it's in mine and the PIC's opinion that it's safe to continue, which for me, I would be going to LA at a Cat 2, Cat 3 airport, 801, like I would feel comfortable continuing. But if the captain agrees, then we can continue, and that's the end of it. If he doesn't agree and he wants an alternate and we don't have the fuel, because that was kind of part of the scenario they threw in, was like, all right, you don't have the fuel for an alternate, what do you do? If he's not in that same opinion as me, then we're going to divert, get some gas, and then continue on. So it gets nitty gritty on both sides, the pilot and the dispatch side. That's what keeps things safe, staying within those safety nets. So let's take a look at weather in Midway, and if it's still below mins, we're just going to have to delay the flight and do a crew swap, which means, oh fudge, it is now at a quarter mile. Heavy snow, freezing fog, vertical visibility 600 feet. Yeesh. Not great. You can get in with heavy snow, but getting out with heavy snow is a much bigger challenge, especially at that low vis. Holdover times, if they exist, are very low. It would probably behoove Delta in this case to, if able, either pull a spare. If they have one in Minneapolis, as I'm sure they would, to operate whatever would continue after the Midway Minneapolis leg. Continue on, or could pull a spare from here and go, or just cancel, which is what my DSCs would like to do. In this case, would probably cancel, overfly Chicago, go back to Minneapolis, and then pick up the line of flying from there. There's a lot of moving parts to the airline stuff. A lot of logistical mess. So that's going to be it. We're definitely not going to make it in with a quarter mile. So we left with the required alternate with Detroit filed. We shot 1-3 left into Midway, went missed. Is there anything preventing us from trying to Cat 3 at Chicago before deciding to fly to our filed alternate? If I recall, 802 for non-precision and 1-2-3 rule apply for filing. Okay, so that's where it's different in the airlines. Let me pull up my charts. So that's like the FAA standard way, right? Like 802 for non-precision, 602 for precision approach. And that's like what we learn in dispatch school, but the airlines don't do dispatch school. So we do what's called driving alternate minimums based off of the 1 nav aid or 2 nav aid rule. So 1 nav aid is going to be like 1 ILS or 1 GPS approach. 2 nav aid is going to be obviously using either 2 ILSs or 2 GPSs, or maybe 1 ILS and 1 GPS. You know, all depends on what's available at that airport. So when I say derive, let's use Detroit. I'm going to maximize this. Maybe. There we go. I want to get rid of all this crap. Okay. Alright, so let's say they're landing in Detroit, they're landing 22 right, 21 left, which I think is what they were showing on the ADIS. So 22 right, we'll pull up that plate. Come on, dude. Alright, so we got 22 right. Now if we were just to only use 22 right for the single nav aid, deriving alternate minimums based off of a single nav aid, you add, yeah, now I gotta remember, it's been a minute since I've done this. We add 401. Alright, so we got our mins here. Here. So we're going to add 400 and a mile. That's going to give us a total of 601.5 miles. So we would need at least 600 and a mile and a half to use Detroit as an alternate on the single nav aid rule. Now if we throw another nav aid in the mix, so we got 22 right, and let's say 21 left. Both of these are 400, correction, both of these are 200 and a half. So with a 2 nav aid rule, we're going to use the minimums from 2 separate nav aids. You're going to add 200 and a half to the minimums. If you have, say, one approach has a little bit higher minimums than the other, you're going to add to whichever is the most restrictive of each ceiling and visibility. Since this one's the same, it's pretty cut and dry, right? So both of them are 200 and a half, therefore we add 200 plus 200. Actually, I'm going too deep, I don't want to confuse. But basically we're going to add 200 and a half, that's going to give us a total of 401 as our alternate minimums. Now, let's see if I can find something goofy. Let's say, just for shits and giggles, let's get rid of, let's say the ILS is out for 21 left, and we're going to use RNAV GPS 22 left. So I want to show you what I mean by like adding to the most restrictive. Alright, so 22 right, as we just covered, has 200 and a half as the mins, whereas for LNAV VNAV on this GPS Zulu runway 22 left, we've got 301.5 mile. Now that's kind of sticky because weather is obviously isn't reported like to the nearest foot. So because of that 301, you would have to round up to another 100 feet. So you'd have to call that 400. And again, this is all for planning purposes only. This is not, you know, pilots aren't flying to this stuff. But so we got a ceiling of 400 and then a half mile. Based off of the 2 nav aid rule, we're going to add our 200 and a half, but we have to add it to the most restrictive between the 2 approaches. So the most restrictive ceiling between these 2 is this GPS approach of 400 feet. So we would add 200 to 400. That's going to give us 600. And then both of them are at half mile. So we add our other half mile from the 2 nav aid rule, and that's going to give us 1 mile. It's kind of hard to see. So using these 2 approaches, we're looking at 600 and a mile as our alternate minimums. So it all comes down to which rule are you using. This doesn't work at all with Cat 2, Cat 3. it's all derived off of Cat 1s and others, but yeah, you can't derive alternate minimums off of a Cat 2, Cat 3. Unless there's some sort of special exemption that Delta has. I don't know if there is. I don't know if that exists or not. There are, like, every airline has their own exemptions, and they vary from airline to airline quite greatly. So I'm not saying it's not possible, but I've never heard of it. If so, I'm kind of doing this based off of Spirit's op specs. But I'm pretty sure every airline does it exactly this way. So, hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's not as cut dry as the standard FAA way of doing things. Dang it! And in fact, I had to do this in my Delta interview. I had to do a single nav aid, two nav aid rule, and just show them I knew how to derive alternate minimums. But yeah. That's the 121 way of doing things. Babaji. Brother, how to get custom wing view in Fenix A320 1921. I've tried everything by downloading camera config files. To do it manually, it doesn't work. Please help. Very easy. So what you do is, you got to go to your keyboard settings. And you might have to come back and rewatch this on the replay to look at it again. So, keyboard settings, right? We're going to go to camera. And the first thing you need to do on the internal, or the cockpit camera, is you need to set up bindings to save views. So for me, you get 10 different camera views that you can use. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So for me, I use Control-Alt-0. I basically use Control-Alt and then whatever number. Then from there, you'll have to set up bindings to use those views. And that's where I don't like config files because, oh shit, I forgot this was still up. Sorry. There we go. Okay, real quick again, just kind of catch back up. So you got to have bindings to save your custom views and then bindings to use those custom views. So like I use Control-Alt-0 for whatever I want, and then I'll use number pad 0 to like go to that view. It's also worth noting that you'll need to set up bindings to help, like, to make your camera move, you know, around the cockpit and the cabin to get your camera where you want it. So remember this: Control-Alt, then the number, and then I use the number to do it. So after showing that, let's say like I want to create a cockpit door view. I'm gonna get the view where I want it first. So I'm gonna pan over, I like to use up, down, left, right to make myself go forward, back, left, right. I use my arrow keys. But you'll want to create bindings so that you can move your camera where you want it. Well, let's say like I want my camera to be right here, and I'm gonna save this as my 0 view. So I'm gonna go Control-Alt-0, and that just saved it. All right, so now I can even like move my camera somewhere else. When I hit 0, it takes me right back to it. It's all in the in the bindings. Once you got your bindings set up, then you'll be pretty good. Yeah, so this is for planning. Obviously, when you shoot the approaches, you're going to use the published or the charted mins. But it's kind of it's a way to have like more options and more flexibility than the standard FAA way of doing it, but also gives you a buffer and kind of ensures that things remain safe, right, by having a little bit higher mins than what's charted. I wouldn't, because you'll want to use those bindings for every single airplane. So which one? Right, and as Shane said, yeah, like dispatch purposes, aka planning purposes, planning versus conducting are always two separate things. So in this case, right, we required an alternate, and we had Detroit. If we wanted to use Chicago, that way we could stay close to Midway, we would not be able to amend the OFP. We wouldn't be able to amend our alternate from Detroit to Chicago because Chicago wouldn't meet alternate minimums. But what we could do is change the destination to Chicago. The only catch with that is if Chicago requires an alternate based off of current or forecasted viz and ceilings, we would have to have enough fuel to use Chicago, to have an alternate for Chicago. And by changing the destination, that allows, that kind of opens up the Cat 2, Cat 3 realm. But let's say if we didn't have the fuel to add an alternate for Chicago, we would not be able to change the destination to Chicago. So we wouldn't be able to go there. We would have to have gone to Detroit. So it gets a little weird. It all depends on how you look at Chicago. If you're looking at it as an alternate, it doesn't meet alternate minimums, can't use it. But if we change it to a destination, then we can use it, because now we can go lower than 401, but we have to have an alternate for Chicago. So just try to find something that's close and legal. That way we can go to Chicago. That makes sense. In fact, this is also a scenario that Delta asked me. I think the scenario was you're going to Atlanta, thunderstorms over the field. You change destination to Birmingham. What do you have to do? And that was, the answer was to make sure that, oh yeah, because they gave me the, I can't remember what it was, but they gave me the ceilings and the viz too there. But yeah, the answer was to make sure that I can put on a an alternate for Birmingham, because now that's the new destination and would require an alternate. But see, these are like, this is one reason why I love being like dispatch manager, because me and my dispatchers, like, we get real deep into these kind of conversations and like looking at the regs and the legal interpretation and like the verbiage of the FARs and like all this kind of stuff. We get real deep into this, and it always brings about great conversation that you always learn from, or new perspectives, new ways of thinking about it. Hey man, you are very, very welcome. Glad I could help. So, I was planning on continuing on, but I didn't realize how late it is. I don't know when Crystal's going to be home, but I need to take the dogs out and feed them and all that kind of stuff. So, otherwise I would have done like a replay and all that mess. But, don't reckon we're going to. So, with that said, guys, great discussion. Maybe we can chat via voice on. Absolutely, would love to. View certified. Hey, there you go. You need any help with that too, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, Nate, not a problem at all. Alright guys, I am out of here. Don't know when I'm going to stream again, but I think the next stream we'll do some any builds A340 or maybe A350. I haven't flown the 340 yet. Maybe we'll do a wrong side red eye tonight and get some 340 action in. But as always, guys, I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming to hang out. Thank you to all the channel members, especially my new member, the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Kmdw himself. And cannot tell you how much I appreciate the support, especially whenever the streams are a little bit lacking. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Saturday night. Go Tigers, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Broke my legs. Walking off the job. They didn't let me off for Turkey Day. So I'm gonna go get my own turkey. Bro, where's the fucking right button? This is awkward. It's supposed to be outro.